Okay, right, this is the grade 9 standard lessons for anyone that has to join later or just wants to go back over the lesson. So today we're going to be having a little look at simultaneous equations. This is the code on assess prep that you need to be working on. So we've just got a few questions here. So if you want to pause this video, go to assess prep, try the questions yourself, and then come back and just check your answers. What we should be doing here is it wants us just to solve the equations. So the first one, which is 3x plus 8 is 29. So in class, we like to put a line by the equal sign because what you do to one side, you do to the other. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. So on the left, you're left with just 3x. And then on the right, you're left with 21. Then, because that means 3 times x, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is just 1. 21 divided by 3 is 7. And that's the answer for the first one. X equals 7. Okay, I'm going to erase this. You can rewind it if you need it. Right, I've got 5x minus 4 is 36. So the first step to get rid of that 4, I need to add 4. But what you do to one side, you do to the other. 5x equals 40. Then, because that means 5 times x, I need to divide both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So the second one, x is 8. You can always try by doing 5 times 8, which is 40, minus 4 is 36. Okay, you can always check your answer. Right, the next one is substitution. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So it wants me to substitute x is 4 and y is negative 3 into this expression. So that means 2 times 4, there's your x, plus y, which in this case is negative 3. Notice how I put the negative in a bracket because a positive and a negative here would make a negative. So 2 times 4 is 8, subtract 3. My answer for that one is 5. So that was your do now task. Right, what we're going to move on to now is just what we're going to do in today's lesson. So simultaneous equations, hopefully you've seen this before. If not, it's okay because we're going to start right from the beginning. On this to know, this is just a nice step-by-step guide of how to substitute if you prefer to read the instructions. But what I'm going to do is we are going to go into these two questions here. Okay, so we need to solve these two simultaneous equations by the substitution method. So what that means is you're given two equations. So in question 1, you can see my two equations. They have the same unknown. So in this question, it's A and it's B. And we're going to try and find a value for A and for B that would work for both equations. So A has to be the same number and so does B. Okay, so even though there's probably multiple things that would work separately, we want to solve them together. What number would work together? So what that means on a graph is, if you graph these two equations, I want to know what is the point that would work for both. Okay, so because we're using the substitution method, that means I'm going to take something and put it into another equation. So if you look here, it reads the first equation, I'm going to call that number 1, number 2. It says 3a plus 2b is 23. The second equation, b equals, and then 2a minus 6. So here, it's telling me what b is. This is b. Okay, so because I know what b is, if I go to the first equation, I need 2 lots of b's. So I'm going to substitute that in. So I'm going to take that first equation, 3a. I'm going to plus 2. Instead of writing b, okay, I'm going to put a bracket and I'm going to write in what b is. This is telling me that b is 2a minus 6. And then that equals 23. The whole point of this is we want to get an equation that only has one variable in. Okay, not 2 unknowns, just 1. So then we should be able to solve it. So if I expand that bracket, 3a, 2 times 2a is 4a. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Okay, and then we simplify. 3a plus 4a is 7a. Minus 12 is 23. Then we do what we do in the do now. Add 12 to both sides. 7a equals 35. Divide both sides by 7. A equals 5. Right, that is not the question complete. Now I know what A is, I'm going to substitute that back into one of my original equations up at the top, okay? So let me get rid of all this writing. I can pick either. I'm going to pick the second one just because it looks a little bit easier. So I'm trying to work out what B is. B is 2 times A. We know that A is now 5 minus 6. So 10 minus 6, B is 4. And that's that first one complete. Okay, you're going to pause this question and have a look at the second one. And then I'm going to go and do it. The second one's a little bit different because we have to rearrange one of them. So in this question, nothing equals, so we've got C and we've got D. But nothing equals C or D. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to rearrange this second equation by adding D to both sides. So C now equals D plus 3. So I'm going to use the first one now, and I'm going to use the one that I've just rearranged. Okay, so I've rearranged this one here. Right, so now in this question I know what C is. C is D plus 3. So if I take that first equation, 4, instead of C, I'm going to put a bracket and put D plus 3 plus 2D is 24. So if I expand that bracket, 4D plus 12 plus 2D is 24. Need to simplify the equation. So 6D plus 12 is 24. Subtract 12 from both sides. 6D is 12. And then the last step, divide both sides by 6. So D is 2 in this question. Right, then now we know what D is. I'm going to go back to this equation that we rearranged because I need to work out what C is. C is D plus 3. Well, now we know that D is 2. That means C is 2 plus 3, which is 5. Okay, so that's what we're going to have a little practice of today. So what you're going to go and do is, you should already have Assess Prep open. You are going to go to the task, which is Maths Tuesday, Grade 9, Lesson 1 on simultaneous equations. On the actual task, there is a video from Miss Beth. It's a 24-minute video, but for this lesson, you're not watching the whole thing. If you need more examples, just watch the first 10 minutes. And Miss Beth is going over this topic. So not only do you have this video, you have Miss Beth's video. And then there's 3 questions to have a little go at. Once you've done the 3 questions, make sure you try that exit ticket, okay, before you submit, because that lets me know who is present for this task. If you need me, reach out to me via the email on Google Classroom.